What about silly season, I hear you ask? Well, we've already had it. We've had one silly season, yes. What about second silly season? Well, luckily for you, I do know about the second silly season, and we're diving right into it. Something very weird is happening with the team bosses, as 4 of them are now out of a job. Just as Sebastian Vettel retiring set off a chain reaction of increasingly more ridiculous driver moves, Mattia Binotto getting fired has caused the same thing to happen with the team principals. So, who's lost their job? Who's going where? And where on earth are we going to find replacements for them all? Stick around to find out. We'll cover every team boss that has gone and where they're going in detail later in the video. But to begin, I think I just need to get you up to speed. Mattia Binotto, you know about, he resigned with some very strong encouragement from Ferrari. But in the space of 24 hours, Fred Vasseur has announced he's leaving Alfa Romeo, Andreas Seidl is going to be leaving McLaren, and Jos Capito was let go by Williams. So that is Ferrari, McLaren, Alfa Romeo and Williams without a team principal. Oh, and for good measure, Williams sacked their technical director as well. They might not be able to win races, but they won't be outdone in the management silly season. I don't really know where to start with this, to be honest. A few of these moves are very closely linked, so I guess let's start at the start, and that is Mattia Binotto. I'm not going to go into the details today because this is old news now, but I'll give you a quick one-sentence summary for those of you who might have forgotten. Mattia was strongly encouraged to quit because apparently second isn't good enough for a team that hasn't won a constructors title for 14 years or a driver's title for 15 years. So Mattia Binotto is gone from Ferrari. That then left the space for someone to step into the biggest job in motorsport. It takes a brave person to manage the Ferrari F1 team. It's not a friendly place, but apparently Fred Vasseur is brave enough. Fred Vasseur has officially been confirmed as the new Ferrari team principal following his departure from Alfa Romeo after 6 seasons. I am truly delighted and honoured to take over the leadership of Scuderia Ferrari as team principal, said Vasseur. As someone who's always held a lifelong passion for motorsport, Ferrari has always represented the very pinnacle of the racing world to me. I look forward to working with the talented and truly passionate team in Maranello to honour the history and heritage of the Scuderia and deliver for our Tifosi around the world. Vasseur arrives having guided Alfa Romeo to 6th place in the Formula 1 Constructors standings, marking the team's best finish in a decade. Ferrari CEO Benedetto Vigna added, "Throughout his career he has successfully combined his technical strengths as a trained engineer, with a consistent ability to bring out the best in his drivers and teams. This approach and his leadership are what we need to push Ferrari forward with renewed energy." Ferrari will benefit from Vasseur's long career in motorsport that saw him co-found the Art Grand Prix Junior team, which helped Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, George Russell and Nico Rosberg on their way up the ladder. Ferrari driver Leclerc also made his F1 debut under Vasseur's stewardship at Sauber in 2018 and said in Bologna last week that he liked his management style. "I've been working with Fred already from the junior categories, where he has believed in me, and then we've always had a good relationship," said Leclerc. But apart from that, obviously this shouldn't influence any of the decisions. He's always been very straightforward, very honest, and that is something that I liked from Fred. During his time at Sauber, which has raced under the Alfa Romeo name since 2019, Vasseur helped turn the team around after 5 years of financial strife and uncertainty. Can he do a similar job at Ferrari? The Scuderia are troubled, there's no denying that. This season has left them fractured, low on morale and looking for some real leadership. Vasseur could do it if he can keep his head above the endless politicking of the Ferrari team and get them focused on winning races instead of appeasing the Italian media. Obviously the space at Alfa Romeo needs filling now though. They will only be Alfa Romeo for one more season now before the underlying organisation, Sauber, loses the sponsorship in anticipation of Audi taking over in 2026. That is incredibly important. Alfa Romeo might not seem like that exciting a team to be working on, but with the new Audi era on the horizon, the future opportunity that job has is huge. Audi is going to come in swinging with a massive checkbook, a history of success in motorsport, and the courage to aim for the titles in Formula 1. Andreas Seidl is the man Audi have chosen to prepare the team for their arrival. Audi may not be taking over at Sauber until 2026, but make no mistake, this appointment is definitely their doing. There's no way Andreas would leave McLaren for Alfa Romeo under normal circumstances, and he has a history with the Audi brand as well. As a German himself, he will be an easy fit for the new team management. He managed BMW's return to DTM in 2012, before taking over Porsche's Le Mans project in 2013, where he stayed until McLaren came after him for an F1 job. Seidl started as McLaren team principal in May 2019, after being appointed by CEO Zak Brown, and helped lift the team out of its struggles to finish third in the Constructors' Championship in 2020. In 2021, the team scored its first victory for almost 9 years at the Italian Grand Prix, as Daniel Ricciardo led home Lando Norris for a 1-2 finish. Seidl is poised to join Sauber at a time when the team is gearing up for the arrival of Audi in 2026, having secured its best constructors finish for a decade this year with 6th in the championship. Obviously, the Ferrari brand is huge, and managing that team is the biggest job in motorsport. But this might be the most exciting opportunity, and it is a big win for Andreas. McLaren have stagnated in recent years, and with the new technical regulations, look even further off breaking into the top 3 than before. They have an incredible driver pairing in Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri though, so if they can get their car right, there is the talent to win races. The lucky man taking the job will be Andreas Stella. He was McLaren's executive director of motorsport until Seidl left the team earlier in the week. He's a former Ferrari man who joined McLaren in 2015 as head of race operations, then became performance director in 2018 and executive director of racing a year later. He moves into the team principal position with immediate effect. I feel privileged to take on the team principal role as the next stage of being part of the McLaren F1 team, Stella said. That is where the chain ends, but there is still the departure of the Williams pairing to talk about. There isn't a huge amount of information about this one yet. All we know is that the team principal Jos Capito and technical director Francois Xavier, or FX de Maison, have been let go. On Monday, Matthew Savage, the chairman of Williams owners Doralton Capital, said, "We would like to thank Jos for his hard work and dedication as we embarked on a major transformation process to begin the journey of reviving Williams racing. We're grateful that Jos postponed his planned retirement to take on this challenge, and now he'll pass the reins on for the next part of this staged process. We would also like to thank FX for his contribution and wish him all the best for his future as he moves on." Owners Doralton Capital tempted Capito out of retirement to head up the operation after acquiring the team from the Williams family in 2020. Capito set about rebuilding the team, including bringing in de Maison, with whom he worked at Volkswagen on the Rally project to head up the technical side. The 2021 campaign was a step forward for Williams, with George Russell taking a podium as they ended up 8th in the Constructors' Championship. But this season they fell back to 10th and last, scoring just 8 points. Sources say the team have been anticipating 2023 will be another difficult year based on the current design. The team owners think FX is at fault for the problems with the car, and because Jost was the one to bring him in, both are gone. However, despite the difficult season, it seemed as if Capito would stay on for a third year. It is believed the 64-year-old accepted it would require at least 5 years to turn Williams' fortunes around. The team's Achilles heel has been the technical structure. When Capito joined, he found trackside engineering and factory engineering did not align. They were reporting into different channels. For Williams to change technical director twice in 5 years is not ideal, and is a big reason why their progress is stunted. If they can get the next appointment right, the new signing then has 3 seasons to get the operation in good shape to take advantage of the new regulations set for 2026. That is some weight, and even then, huge leaps up the field are difficult to achieve in modern F1. But that patience is needed to succeed in F1. Doralton are committed to making the project work and have the funds to succeed. Their next move, though, is critical to achieving their goals. Which of these management moves shocked you the most? And who do you think might come in from outside Formula 1 to fill one of the holes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.